Hello and welcome to our Hangout on Air. I'm Mary Beth at the Law of Attraction Club and we're on the web at the LOAclub.com. Today is the start of week 2 of our money challenge, and I believe it is day 8, call number 4. The topic is, what's your state of mind and how's your desire going? We want you to have a piece of paper handy and a pen or pencil, because we're going to go over that spreadsheet we told you about probably on the Thursday call. And so if you have not taken a look at that, it's in your Dropbox. So if you go to your Dropbox link and download that, or at least look at it during this call, so you'll be ready to answer some questions. And Tara will be going over them, I believe, as well. So just for those who are on the Hangout, you can get invites to our open calls, which we offer periodically, and our powerful free letting go process by going to the LOAclub.com. So today, Robin and I believe Rachel will be with us as well, bringing through Tara. So over to Robin, Rachel, and Tara. Let's get started.
So, how is your state of mind? And how fantastic are your desires? Welcome to day 8, call number 4 of our Make More Money Challenge. Let's recap. In call number 1, we started out with the fundamentals of who you are. We could have started where most programs start, with a bunch of how-to actions you should take. But the simple truth is, it's not about action. Get this. Prosperity is truly, literally, absolutely a state of mind. So these 4 weeks are all about getting your conscious and subconscious beliefs about money into alignment with what you want, and building an ever-present and ongoing awareness of the creative power that is yours. Without that state of mind, life is a struggle. Struggle is optional and not recommended. When you're struggling, you're facing exactly in the opposite direction of where you want to go. But once you achieve that state of mind, there's nothing on heaven or earth that can possibly hold you apart from what you want. It means you've taught your subconscious that new song, money does grow on trees. That's our destination here together. This is your life. There can be nothing more important than this. And of course, we don't just mean the money. That's just one of the fun byproducts. We mean finding within you that place of peace and power and fun and freedom, and being in that place more than anywhere else. In call number 2, we asked you, are you attracting or repelling money? If you're not attracting it, then you're repelling it. And stepping into abundance is all about practicing new ways of thinking and thereby letting resistance fade away. In call number 3, we suggested you see yourself as able to fall into abundance rather than face it as an uphill climb. These are not just words. These are powerful thoughts. Prosperity is your birthright. Prosperity is your natural state. We encourage you to get the replays of these calls and hear them again. Get those guided awareness audios on your audio player and play the hell out of them. Learn the new song. Now, before we get you to asking about how your desires are going, we want to look with you at your current state of mind. It's important to be aware of what you quote unquote know. We're going to use that quote know unquote word a lot today. And when we use it, we want you to think of it in the sense that when you wake up, you know the sun will rise in the east. This is not conscious knowing, it's subconscious. Let's briefly revisit the law of attraction, which states you attract into your experience, wanted or unwanted, moment by moment, unique to you, the sum of your conscious and subconscious chosen beliefs and expectations. In other words, there are two important components to this. Firstly, you may think you've learned a few things about that world that's out there, but we're here to tell you it's the exact reverse of that. You are the origin point. You are the creator. Simply put, the world shows up as you know it will. That knowing is what creates it. Let that sink in a bit. You are the causative power behind everything that exists. Secondly, most of that knowing resides in the subconscious part of your mind. So creating something new, which means knowing something new, is not just a fleeting conscious choice. It has to be installed at that deeper level. There are always two parts to this. It starts with the conscious choice. But you can't know something new while your subconscious is sitting it out on the sidelines. Can you see that you are the one making the choices? You always were and you always will be. You are not and can never be a victim of anything created by someone or something else. Whenever you find yourself where you do not want to be, it is because, and only because, you're a victim of your own prior choices. And you knew when you entered this game that none of those were ever carried down from the mountain carved into stone tablets. Each new moment is a new choice moment. And can you see why it's important to make these choices? Changing your vibrational set point around something means changing what you know about it. What you know about it was born in the belief choice you made about it and reinforced by practicing it and practicing it until it just became part of your tapestry of expectations. It became a fact of your life. Changing your set point around money means learning the real truth about it and practicing that new truth until you know it in all levels of your consciousness. Creating prosperity is simply a matter of knowing how to ask and actually doing the asking. So let's see where you're starting from and uncover some of that old habit of thinking stuff. Let's look at what you, A, believe consciously, and then B, what you really believe, what you got stored deep down in that subconscious of yours. We'd like to go through some A and B assessments with you on what you know about money and what you know about you about money and what you know about you and your world. As we go through these, we really want you to record your assessments. Write them down or key them in. And we suggest you don't spend a lot of time deep thinking these. Once you've got the hang of it, your first reactions are going to be good indicators. And later, as we run around the room, we're going to ask you to share any significant ahas you had. So rate yourself 1 to 5 on how much you agree with the following statements. 1 is agree not at all. 5 equals totally agree. Rate yourself both A, consciously, intellectually, and B, subconsciously, experientially. Let's start with what you know about money. Rate your agreement, A and B, with 1. It's bad to want it. People that want it are selfish and not spiritual. A and B. It's bad to have it. People that have it are selfish and not spiritual. A and B. 3, you have to be born with it or lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time. A and B. 4, it's a zero-sum game. If I get it, someone else misses out. A and B. 5, it's scarce or hard to get. It doesn't grow on trees. A and B. 6, it takes more hard work than I'm prepared to commit to. A and B. 7, you have to know how-to stuff that I don't know. A and B. Now let's look at what you know about you about money. 1, other people won't love me if I have a lot of money. A and B. 2, I'm not worthy of having money. A and B. 3, it's too late in life for me to start making real money now. A and B. 4, you have to be cleverer than I am to make money. A and B. 5, I get more pleasure from the thought of giving things than using money for myself. A and B. 6, I've tried imagining abundance and it doesn't work for me. A and B. Now, what do you know about you and your world? 1, there's nothing I cannot be, do, or have. A and B. 2, there's nothing I cannot change in an instant. A and B. 3, my conscious and subconscious expectations create me and my context. A and B. 4, my world is an inside job. A and B. 5, My world did not exist before me and will not exist after I transition. A and B. 6. Action by itself manifests nothing. A and B. 7. Alignment is when my conscious self agrees with my subconscious self. A and B. 8. Alignment with a new belief choice creates manifestation. Action is just a sideshow. A and B. Good. So that's where you are. Hang on to those assessments and we'll do a check-in comparison at the end of our 4 weeks. Now let's do a little bit of conscious desire stimulation and see if we can inspire you into a miracle or two. In relation to money, most of your focus is typically on your short-term problems, the debts you might have, or the things you wanted to buy but couldn't afford. We want to lift your sights a little here today. Let's think about you with a totally new lifestyle. Let's see if we can unleash the abundant creator that lies within you all. That one you sat on and pushed down and suppressed until you forgot it ever existed. Let's look into your prosperous future and bring it into your present. Here's some questions. In one sense, they're fun, and yet in another real sense, they're spiritually significant. When you regularly create an extra $10,000 a month in passive income, what will you do differently? Who will you employ to do some of the things you're doing now? Think about that. Now, when that extra passive income is $1 million a month, how will you live? Who will you employ to do some of the things you are doing now? Who will you employ to manage your finances, your travel arrangements, do your food shopping and your clothes shopping? Where will you live? Think about that. You can see what we're encouraging here. We want you to reawaken the no-limit imagination you had when you were a 3-year-old. Think about these 2 concepts. It really is true that there is nothing you cannot be, do, or have. Really think about that. And 2, you have to first get to the being place in your mind. You have to know it. That's what creates things. So if no limit is your actual default starting point, then imagining good stuff becomes a fantastic experience. And when you get to the place where you're having so much fun imagining things that you're not taking score and you're not even caring about when, then you've dropped all resistance. We're going to repeat that. Listen carefully to these words. When you get to the place where you're having so much fun imagining things that you're not taking score and you're not even caring about when, then you've dropped all resistance. Without resistance, manifestation simply has to occur. So how are you feeling now? Do you have a handle on what you know? Do you have a handle on what you want to know that's different? And do you know how to change what you know? 1, you choose. 2, you imagine how you will be. 3, you practice knowing that new song until it resounds and echoes throughout your consciousness like the Hallelujah chorus. Money grows on trees. So now let's move to our discussion and, of course, your ahas and questions.
All right, that was a lot to take in. So hopefully we'll go over more of it on this part of the call. So our longer discussion continues today and on Tuesdays and Thursdays each week on our member conference line. You can join us, become a member by going to the loaclub.com and get our free letting go process. So now we're going to go over to our extended call, our member line, and welcome Robin and Tara. And I said Rachel was coming, but I don't think she's here. So Robin will continue the call, bringing through Tara for us. So